Hi everyone, Monica Punyani again. Just following up with what we discussed last time about FDA. You remember FDA? That's fear, doubt, and anxiety. Yeah, we're constantly living under fear, doubt, and anxiety. Well, also, to get rid of fear, doubt, and anxiety, I think you need to live with more love, more faith, more confidence. Um, I remember there was a time when I wanted to drive an 18-wheeler cross country coming from India. And I asked my mom, I said, well, Mom, I'm going to drive a truck. And her first words to me were that I know you can do it, you have faith in God and confidence in yourself, and you can do anything you want. I was pretty surprised. And it's strange that I mentioned my mom today because today it's June 6th. Exactly 2 years ago, she passed away. But the first 2 years was very painful, but now it's more about she was born back in the spiritual world on June 6th, 2 years ago. So, and then their dates are different, but now I'm happy for her. And if I hadn't gone through all that pain, I would have probably not even realized most of the things that I know now. Um, Now let's talk about fear. Well, to get rid of fear, you gotta live with love. Remember the time when you're in love? Well, because fear and love, they both give you the same feeling, that gut feeling, that butterflies in your stomach when you're afraid. Um, and the same thing happens when you're in love, you get butterflies in your stomach. So it's pretty much the same feeling. So what you need to do is, and when you're in love, you actually find everything beautiful. You become fearless because they just cannot exist at the same time. So it's either fear or faith and love. Even when you go to church or anywhere, everywhere, they always tell you the same thing: act out of faith, have faith in God. But then the moment we walk away from there, the first thing that comes to our mind is fear. Oh my God, I hope I'm going to make it home safe. Have you ever heard anybody say, enjoy your drive? No, everybody says, drive safe. Like, drive safe what? What do you mean? Because they're acting out of fear constantly. Like, oh, don't have an accident. Well, how about enjoy your drive, enjoy the beautiful weather, beautiful drive. So we're always living in fear, and we always doubt ourselves, and we always doubt our children. Uh, the kids are, we always tell them, no, you can't do this, no, you can't do that, because we doubt them. We need to just let go. They know better than us. Um, in fact, I think almost everything that a mother knows, the child already knows while they're in the womb. By the time they come out, they have other stuff that you need to learn from them, but we don't because we always have that fear and doubt something's gonna happen to my baby, and we just create that fear and doubt into that baby's mind because the baby comes with it's like every spirit or soul comes into this earth to get their own experiences, but the problem is that it's like a blank CD coming in here. And the problem is that since we all know too much and we try to make everybody do the same thing, put them in the box. So a child is taught exactly the same thing that the parents did, exactly the same thing the grandparents did. So it's always just the same exact CD written over and over and over again. So that blank CD from 0 to 7, wherever the child is in that environment, we dump our beliefs on that child. Um, we just no, this is how you do it because this is how we do it in our religion, in our house, in our culture, in our whatever. Um, and that CD is written. It's just the same CD of your parents, and it's like I tell my friend, it's like it's the same app, version 2.0, version 3.0, version 4.0, but it's the same exact app. It does the same exact thing because we write the blank CD, and the same CD plays over and over and over again. So the way somebody else looks at the world is going to be different than somebody from family or that environment or that culture. I'm not saying either one is wrong, it's just different ways of looking at it, whatever they learned from their surroundings. I remember I heard one time about the world, the planet is beautiful and the world is a perception. The world is a perception depending on what you were told from 0 to 7, and that's the perception everybody has. Same thing, it's like I was the other day, oh yeah, I still have this thing here. We opened a bottle of wine, and on top of that, the label was, well, the name of the wine was Woodwork. That's AW, right? Now, if at the same time I tell you this is not a W, this is an M, would you believe it? You would say, no, I'm wrong. Well, guess what? It is an M. And if I tell you it's a 3, would you believe it? If I say if it's an E, would you believe it? So it's just a perception of how you look at this. It's just how it is. You can't say the person who looks at it as an M is wrong or a 3 is wrong, because either way, it's just a perception that we've been taught since the childhood, and that's what it is. So all I can say is, for now, is just act out of faith, act with love, trust people, let go of your fear. Don't doubt your kids. Let them be creative, because they are very creative. But the problem is, if you keep writing everything from what your experiences were all your life onto that blank CD of your child, then guess what? You're just getting a version 2.0 of you. So just think about that. You need to and that's the problem. Because of that reason, we just try to put everybody in the box. I mean, we're told that we'll be safer in a box. I mean, look at that. We're living in a house, that's a box. We sleep in a bedroom, that's a box. We drive a car, that's a box. We're just forced to be in the box. You can't think outside the box. And the same thing with your children. If they're trying to be creative, which with their own imagination, they got so much to do, but you just stop them from doing it. You just put them right back in the box. No, this is the way it's done, and this is the way you're gonna do it. Or till the time you're in my house, this is the way you're gonna do it. So you're killing the creativity. Well, I'll give you another thing to think about before I leave today, and then I'll come back when I have something to say again. Just think about the box situation. I mean, there's no difference between an animal and you. An animal is put in a box, in a cage, and so are you. I mean, what's the difference? That you just are made to believe that you're free, but you're in that same situation. You're in the box. I will see you again next time. My time is up.